the gaffers there. I meet everyone, meet the chairman. We're talking. I go out, I train with the first team. Bruv, when I tell you, it was so intense. I was just thinking, this is mad. But it was intense, like, the warm-up was intense.
Okay.
The passing was intense.
Yeah,
The rock, bruv, I felt like the tempo was mad. Bro, the tempo was mad. But I was thinking, hey, I might not be calm for this.
Yes, sir. I'm your host, Leroy, and welcome back to The Insight. But before we start, could you make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any new content that will be coming your way very soon. But without further ado, enjoy the pod.
Yeah, but obviously you've done amazing at St. Albans, like you said, played mostly every game, scored hella goals, and obviously now the move to Scotland. How did that come about? And why Scotland, though?
Bro, you see the move up here? It wasn't random, innit? No, I'm lying. It was random. But at that time, I was trying to move to full-time football, innit? I was going to stop part-time. So I went to Yeovil for a week. And I played for them. I think I played I was probably there longer than a week because I played like 3 games. But I went to Yeovil and I was in with them, and like they gave me digs and everything. I had everything sorted, like digs and everything, and my agent had agreed what I wanted and stuff like that. And I was meant to go there, but I played a game for them against Swansea, and I was unruly for them. I was thinking, yeah, this is where I need to be.
Yeah, right. I know the feeling.
Yeah, you know when everything you're doing is just coming out, you think you're on fam. And then after that game was on a Saturday.
Okay.
And then my agent was like, "Oh yeah, come back to Milton Keynes, and then we'll wait for the gaffer to send the contract, and then we'll look through it, and then we'll go from there, innit?"
Okay.
Cool. Sorry, bro.
God bless.
And then the weekend's gone now. Monday's come. No contract's been sent. Tuesday's come. No contract's been sent. My agent's like, listen, these men are playing games, but Chorley are interested in you, innit? I don't want to send you there, but I think you should just go play in this game for them just to stay fit.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go to Chorley and play in it. Go to Chorley now. Literally, I just went to Chorley just for the day, innit? I went Chorley, played the game, and went home.
Okay.
But we played it against Everton, innit? I played the game against Chorley, done well. And then drove home, was blessed, went to sleep, woke up in the morning. Wake up in the morning, just chilling, fam. Go on Insta, I've got some random DM. And I'm thinking, who's this youth, fam, talking about the bear? I'm thinking, so I opened it now. He's like, oh, I'm a scout from SPL club. Would really love you to come up here. Have you got an agent or whatever? I'm thinking, who the fuck is this guy winding me up here?
Yeah, trust. You always think that, innit?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, you're on banter, you're messaging me thinking you're funny. No, buddy, you laugh.
Not today, innit?
Yeah, not today. You're not going to get me and laugh in your group chat. No, not buddy. No, go away. He's like, oh, I'm like, brother, you being serious, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious or are you bantering me? He's like, no, we're being serious. So I just sent my agent's number. I sent his name. I said, ring him and chat to him if you're being serious, isn't it?
Okay.
He's like, cool. 2 hours later, agent rings me. This club's rang. They want you to come up tomorrow. I'm like, what? Bruv. Next morning, get on a plane, go to Scotland. Bear in mind, I don't know anyone in Scotland. I don't know anyone. These men are just like, we'll get someone to pick you up and we'll pattern the rest in it.
Yeah,
we'll give you somewhere to stay. Cool. I pack my bag, pack my boots, couple of shorts, tees, wash bag, all the stuff you need, innit?
Yeah.
Cool. Get on a plane, boom, fly Scotland, land. Bear in mind, I've never been to Scotland before, innit?
Okay.
So land in Scotland, and obviously go through security, whatever, and then I get to the other side, and I see some guy, and he's talking, innit? And he's like, David, and I'm like, yeah.
This guy with the accent.
Bro, I have no idea what he was saying. For the first half an hour, bro, he was just in the car. He was just chatting. I was just thinking, yep.
Bare head nods on that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. You know, he would laugh. I would just laugh as well. Yeah. Bro, I'm thinking this guy, bro. I don't know. I can't understand anyone here.
Oh my gosh.
And then I get to the football club. The gaffer's there. I meet everyone, meet the chairman. We're talking. I go out, I train with the first team. Bruv, when I tell you, it was so intense. I was just thinking, this is mad. But it was intense, like, the warm-up was intense.
Okay.
The passing was intense.
Yeah,
Bruv, I felt like the tempo was mad. Bro, the tempo was mad. Fam. I was thinking, hey, I might not be calm for this.
Those are the worst moments ever, man.
But I was questioning myself. I was thinking, bro, can I really do this? I'm not sure I'm cut out for this, bro. But obviously, I was like, nah, I'll be blessed. Let me just grind it out. So, obviously, played in a game for them, and played like 45, come off, done a medical the day after, and then signed the day after that. And then literally flew home on the Sunday and then drove up. Flew home on the Sunday, drove up on the Tuesday and moved into a house on the Wednesday. And by the Saturday, I was in the squad in the SPL. So it all happened in the space of 5-6 days, bro.
That's nuts.
Yeah, bro. Like, when I tell you things happen quickly, like, I've experienced firsthand, it actually moves mad quick.
Oh, shit. You must have just blinked and everything's like, and now you're just there, like, in the stadium, ready for a game.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, mad. Now I'm just out here doing posy fam. Yeah, it was peak, bro.
That's sick, bro.
But,
how are you finding it, though, at the beginning? Obviously, how is the SPL? Yeah.
Obviously. Say that again?
How is the SPL? Like, how is the standard and whatnot? Like, how did you find it?
Yeah, obviously, at the beginning, it was just like, you know, how do I explain this? Like, I feel like everyone's got the ability. Like, if you've played football, you've got the ability to play at that level. You just need time to adjust to it, innit? But some adjust quicker than others. Like, some can just walk in and see what it's saying and they can just adapt to it.
Yeah.
They're the better players, innit? But I feel like after the first game, I was like, oh yeah, I know what this level is like. It's calm, innit?
Okay.
And then after that, I was calm, bro. Even the big games, I was blessing. Like, I didn't feel anything, and then I just kept growing and growing, and then I became one of the main guys, and then people start looking to you. Then after that, innit?
Yeah, so it's been sick to see, obviously, the journey from like away and see you grow, man. It's proper sick. So it's a huge testament to what you're doing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But it's been a journey, fam. We've had some dark days, trust me.
That's what makes these times like good, innit? Because like you know where you're coming from, innit? So you appreciate where you are. That way you can take the opportunity at best, innit?
Yeah, for real, man. But man's just grateful, fam. I'm just grateful that I'm here, fam. I can't complain, man's blessed, fam. So it's been a mad journey, bro. Even like coming from Zim and the life that man lived there was just nuts. And just to be here, fam, in a house, living by yourself, and driving a car, having a car, it's nuts, bro.
Yeah, facts. Obviously, talking about Zimbabwe, obviously you made your debut, or you got called up like what, 2015 times?
Yeah, I got called up for the 23s.
Okay.
2015 times to play in a friendly. I was still at Northampton then, innit?
Yeah.
So I went, and then it was good, man. It was a good experience, but I was still young, innit? And like the squad was young as well, but we played the Morocco first team.
Okay.
So obviously like Shamak and all them man were playing, and Mohammedi and all these big ballers. And I was thinking, bro, but I'm just some 18, 19-year-old dude just flying about thinking, rah. Yeah, it was sick. But it was legible. But obviously the only thing that with the national duty, I haven't had a chance to play in front of a home crowd yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because that game, that was in Morocco. And then obviously when I've just recently been called up last year in November for the full first team.
Yeah.
And obviously I got my first cap and that. That was obviously in COVID time, so there was no fans. Yeah, so it was still a mad experience, don't get me wrong, but I want to experience the fans.
Yeah. First and foremost, like obviously big congratulations on the cap and that. It's a huge achievement, isn't it? Everyone always wants to play football in general, but like going back and playing for the place where you were born, it must be mad for yourself and your family, innit?
Yeah, it's nuts, G. It's fully nuts. And like you see, like when all these big ballers are in the Prem and they're like, they don't know who to play for, wait for England and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I've never experienced like love from fans, like love from fans from your country, innit? And like lose, win or draw, them man love you, fam.
Thanks.
Even when we landed, the first day we landed, we'd not even played football, bro. We'd not done anything at this point. We landed at the airport, bro. There's bare fans outside making bare noise, pictures, all this. I'm thinking, rah, this is mad. I feel like Justin Bieber, G, right? Bro, like, it was mad, fam. It was mad. I'm telling you. You see, when you play for your home country that you actually come from, like from the roots, innit? Yeah, it's a different kind of love, man. You get treated like a rock star, bro. I promise you.
Yeah, that's sick. Well, obviously you're talking about you just went there. Lastly, how was the games and that? Like playing recently?
Yeah, it was good, man. We played Algeria. In Algeria, we lost 3-1. I come on the last 20 and set up our goal.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then we went back to Zim, and then I started that game that we drew 2-2.
Yeah. Damn.
And then obviously that got us qualification to AFCON, innit?
Yeah. How would you feel about that? Like, you're excited?
I'm gassed, innit?
That's the place you want to be playing, fam.
Bro, I'm gassed, obviously, that we've qualified, but
yeah,
now I know I've got another job to do to make sure I'm in that squad for AFCON, innit? And obviously, touch wood, God willing, that I'm healthy and I'm well, and I can be blessed enough to go there and be among it, fam. I'm just experienced, you know what I'm saying? Experienced and relishing it, bro.
Yeah, no, I look forward to seeing you out there, man. That's gonna be so sick. But
yeah, if I go there, speak. I'm coming back on the podcast just for bands.
You have to, bro. Just to let us know how it went, innit?
Yeah, just for bands. That's exactly what I'm coming on for bands. Just to talk about AFCON and bands.
Dude, that's so sick. That is so sick. Obviously, like this is the no. What do you call it? How is international football compared to like let's say you're playing for your club? Is it different?
Yeah, because so let's say me last year, that was my first time being around these men. I don't know how they play. Obviously, some of them play for big clubs, and I've seen them play on TV and that. But I don't know how they think and how they like to play or what they find easier to do and stuff like that. So you have to learn each other, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, it makes it easier when, like, let's say for England, these men play in the same league. They see each other week in, week out.
Okay.
Some of them have played together and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it creates a better bond and a better chemistry, bro.
No, facts. Quick question. How's Marvelous? Is he a big baller? Like, what's he saying? Was he there?
Yeah, Marv. I'm trying to think how to describe Marv to you. He's like, he don't give the ball away, innit? I don't explain that. He don't give the ball away, and he don't panic ever. Like, and he plays centre mid.
Yeah.
So like, everyone's always around him, but he don't panic. He'll just take it, give it there, take it back, give it there, and he loves the tackle, bro. Loves the tackle.
So
yeah, loves the tackle, bro.
That's so sick. Who's the?
But he's a proper cool guy. Proper cool guy.
Nah, I could see that. Obviously humble and whatnot. Who in like your career so far, like who has been like the top 5 like defenders that you've like really find it hard to play against? Obviously, I can see little Virgil top in the back.
Top 5.
Yeah. Or top 3 to make it easy, innit?
That's a hard question, you know.
You don't get asked these questions too much, you know.
Nah, I don't know, bro. Because do you know what it is, yeah? I've never played against someone and thought, rah, you're cold. Like, there's nothing I could do to get past you, innit? Because I feel like all defenders, if they're big, physical, something's gonna give, innit? Like, they'll give you a chance at some point.
Okay.
Like, I feel like if someone will give you a chance, they're not the hardest. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If I had to pick the centre back, the Celtic centre back, Aya.
Okay.
I think he's cold and he's sick still. Like, he's good. He's a good player, innit? So I'd pick my man. And when I went, tell a lie. Actually, I just remembered something. When I went from international duty the first time, when I was young, I played against the Moroccan centre back. I forgot his name, but he used to play for AC Milan. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know his name. You'd have to find his name.
Oh, such a.
But he was hard. He was hard because I remember thinking halfway through the game, you're actually cold. Like, I just want to play with you. You know, there was there.
Yeah.
I wish you was on my team.
I lied.
Yeah, I was thinking, but you buried me about 4 times. I'm gonna elbow you soon. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Nah, don't kill me.
But yeah, them two, they're the first 2 people to come to mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, but other than that, I just think everyone else is pretty similar, man.
True. Question: was Virgil as good as he was then as he is now? Obviously, you're playing with a different team and different setup and whatnot. But like, could you see that he was going to do what he's doing right now? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that Aya brother that's at Celtic now.
Yeah.
I think he's similar. Like, they're big youths, isn't it? Like, they're massive, and they can run, they can play, they can read the game. So they just need all the other ingredients, which are good teammates and a good manager, and they'll thrive, innit? Which Virgil has done. So
yeah. Facts. What do you call it? So this is like kind of the advice section. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions and see how you can best advise the youngsters in it. How do you deal with criticism?
How do you deal with criticism?
Yeah. Whether it be like, let's say, your manager or like just general criticism. Yeah.
I think dealing with criticism, the easiest way to deal with it would be you need to be the worst critic of yourself. So when your manager tells you, your left foot's good enough, you're already thinking how to make your left foot better, rather than thinking, I think my left foot's good enough, or is my left foot good enough? Because you're just losing yards and you're losing time, fam.
Trust. No, I hear that. How do you deal with not playing when you feel that you should be playing?
See that you can never throw your toys out the pram.
Nah.
I think me personally, the way I look at it is, one, is the team doing well?
True.
If it's not, I'll give them 2 games, 3 games to change. If he doesn't, then I think a conversation is due. If the conversation's had and the manager just feeds you garbage and nothing changes, then I think just keep your head down. And once you can get out, then you get out and you go somewhere where you're appreciated and not tolerated, isn't it?
That's true. That is very true, bro. I think you hit the nail on the head, because normally, if you like stay a couple games and it's still the same, then you'll get your opportunity. Then it's up to you. But if you still haven't got your opportunity and my man's just playing Werner after all these games and you're just chilling like Tammy on the bench, then it's a bit long.
Yeah, it's techie. And you go and have a conversation to say, listen, my man's not firing. What's going on? Why am I not getting a sniff?
I hear that.
And he says, oh, nah, I just don't like you. Then cool. Well, you don't like, that's fine. I'll be professional. I won't ruin training. I won't, you know what I mean? I won't be a wasteman around the place. I'll just do it right and then move on from there.
No, that's safe. If there was anything in your career that you could change so far, what would be one thing?
Change?
No, obviously things have gone like how they're supposed to be in general, trust in the process and whatnot. But if you could just like, maybe if you're like, oh, maybe I should have dealt with this better, or maybe I wish like I might have moved then, or might have stayed and tried something, like, what would one thing be?
I wish I had a different agent when I left Northampton.
Okay. Yeah. Have you got an agent now?
Have I got one now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of agents, to be honest. I've had a run through with a couple.
I can imagine, bro. Even to this day, I just get random dons calling me, saying all sorts of bollocks, saying they can do this, they can do that. I'm just thinking, okay, buddy, thank you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to like decipher like who's actually like telling the truth and who's not. And sometimes without trying it, you won't know, innit?
Yeah. See, the thing is, now I'm at a point where I think my agent's reliable and I know him as a person and I know his family and his kids and stuff like that. Yeah. So I know whoever approaches me, I just tell them, deal with this person, and then they'll come and deal with me and I'll take it from there. Okay. And he'll filter out who's on what, basically, innit? Because he knows the same people they know.
Factual. And if you have a piece of advice for any youngsters coming up wanting to take football as a profession, what would one piece of advice be?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, no. That's the whole point of it, bro. Like, like giving the game back kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I took this advice from someone else, and if I was to share advice, this is what I would always share, because I think it hit the nail on the head. As a young pro or a young footballer and stuff like that, I'll just tell you the story innit, about how I heard it innit. So we was at Northampton at a first team game, and we had a low knee from Wigan, yeah. Okay. And Roberto Martinez came to the game.
Okay.
And me, as when I was young, I was bearing, I still am in it, but like I was eager with it in it, and I was just in your face.
Yeah.
What's this? What's that? How does this work? Oh, tell me. Oh, how do I play for Wigan? Oh, yeah. So obviously I'm in Roberto's face, and I'm like, listen, I just give us some advice, innit?
Yeah.
And he said, listen, lads, there's not enough hours in the day for everything. Just make sure you prioritize what you want and you dedicate the hours that need to be dedicated to football, because there's not enough hours in the day. If you're sleeping 8 hours, and you're training 2 hours, you're on the Xbox 3 hours, and someone else is on the pitch 2 hours, goes home, rests, recovers, eats, goes back out on the pitch or goes to the gym, or you're already miles behind, and there's not enough hours to catch that gap back up. And once the gap gets bigger and bigger, you're falling further behind and further behind. So my biggest advice would be there's not enough hours in the day to waste. So make the most of your time, man, because this football life is short-lived, and it's hard to stay in it, bro.
Nah, I hear that. That's sick, man. That's what you. I think you've been seeing it a lot. Let's say social media and people just talking, and even during this COVID time, time is something that you don't get, especially like with me being like home right now. I've been away probably like 6 years now. So like this time that I've got with my parents, like I've been back, I think since like maybe back end of last year. I spent like half of it in America, like COVID period, and then the rest here. But like it's like the time that I've got with my parents, it's like, right, like what was I doing all the other years? But obviously when I was like training and doing all that stuff to get to the goal, like it all made sense because I was training, gym, like it becomes easier. So yeah, definitely prioritizing your time is definitely up there.
Yeah, 100%. You have to squeeze every bit of potential that you have. But obviously, that's just the way I work, innit? And if I was to pass something on, that's what I would pass on. But everyone has their own beliefs. Everyone is different. But I think hard work's never done anyone wrong. So if it's not broken, don't fix it, my G.
Nah, facts. I hear that. Thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you having me, man.
I was one of the first homegrowns also in FC Dallas history.
Yes.
I was like they signed a guy before us, and then three other guys signed homegrown. Now there's probably like 28, maybe 30 homegrowns signed already. So I was one of the first ones too. So I'm happy to be part of that too. Like I said, be a part of that.
No, for sure, bro. Talk your talk, innit? Like you were one of the first ones, so like you were doing your thing. So in your own respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.